Hey everybody, as you can see, we're out here on a beautiful July day and we're with the 88 Nissan pickup. Now, it's been a little while since this truck has been featured on the channel, but a lot has been going on with it behind the scenes. Now, if you have seen the previous video, you'll have seen me pick up this truck as a farm find for only $500 and driving it home. Since that day, my $500 investment has gone to over $5,000. So now today we're gonna break down that cost and talk a little bit more about the journey that has brought us here to where the truck is today. All right, so here in the truck, I've pulled up my Google spreadsheet and it is most of our cost of the work that's been done. Firstly, I'll start off by saying how funny it is now looking back, driving the truck home thinking that it's running great when in reality it turned out to have zero compression on the third cylinder. The truck had a blown out muffler, so it was really loud by itself, and I figured that's the main reason that it sounds like a tractor, mostly from hearing it and driving home. But lo and behold, it didn't take long to realize that the truck was missing hard, and it was time to look deeper into that. Found out that the truck had zero compression on cylinder 3, and upon further inspection, burnt valve due to neglect and whatever else was the suspect, and around $3,000 later, the entire cylinder head had been rebuilt with new valves, springs, the valve that was burnt. Now, I'm no mechanic, and I won't pretend that I know the intricate workings inside of an engine, but you can tell right there that doesn't look right. So had the cylinder head rebuilt, which of course when put back together, a new head gasket came along with that, which is great. So that work just under $3,000 was definitely the biggest expense. All the other little things, oil changes, coolant flushes, sensors, and the minor fixes definitely added up as well. Some wheels I ordered in that just arrived today for $700. Those will be coming on the truck soon, and I'm excited to show you guys that transformation. I'll read out most of the little things I have on here because most of those are around $100. I have the spark plugs and wires, oil and coolant, the thermostat, more coolant, oil, brake light switch, fuel filter, mass airflow sensor, the synthetic oil change with filter. The initial misfire diagnosis was done at a shop for around $200. A bunch of OEM sensors from local pick-apart was $100 for all of them, so those will be great to have. Fuel filter and mass airflow sensor cleaner I got, trans fluid, brand new battery, and some gear oil for the front and rear diffs. Those are some of the little main expenses that definitely also added up on their own. Another worthwhile investment was this aftermarket Bluetooth deck. It's a JVC. I tried to pick one that doesn't have a CD player because I definitely don't need that. And I just installed this last night. I typically like to retain the factory look, but I'm really happy with this. It brings the factory speakers in this truck a whole new life with the definitely surprising capabilities paired with this aftermarket receiver. We're gonna go out in the rain and I'm gonna show you the truck topper that I got on here for $200. So as you guys can see here inside the canopy, we've built this bed sleeping platform slash divider that I actually camped in for a few days in Montana on a recent trip. Another cost that wasn't factored in was a new fuel pump that I don't think I've added to that spreadsheet yet. As you can see, there's some drips in here from some weather sealing that I'm yet to do, but usually this rug is out, foamies, and then bed sheet, bedding, etc. And then with the tailgate down, you have room for storage below, as well as sleeping area and more storage space up on top. So this was a really cool upgrade, something I can remove and put back on as I need. Now, that camping trip in Montana that I just mentioned, I actually just got back from yesterday evening. I really hope to take this truck down there and camp in it, but even after getting the truck back from getting the head rebuilt, I was still having some issues where the truck would sputter, typically after being warmed up and driving long speeds. Now, I noticed that the sputtering got worse when my fuel tank was below half. The deadline for the trip to Montana was coming up fast, and it wasn't looking like I'd be able to take the truck down. Thankfully, the fuel pump I ordered arrived just in time, and the night before I had the bed lifted, pulling the old fuel pump out. Now, the old fuel pump was very rusty and in the tank had quite a bit of sediment. I tried to clean it out the best I could, doing a quick job, but the fuel tank I'll hopefully have replaced soon. Anyhow, the replacement fuel pump did the trick, going to bed at 2 a.m., but thankfully taking the Nissan pickup out on this road trip, sleeping in it in Montana, and just having an overall great time. Very last minute, very rushed to get everything sorted together, but thankfully the truck got us there safely and got us home, and now here I am making this video. Unfortunately, just with so much going on these past couple weeks, I haven't been able to record much of these happenings, and I wasn't recording on our recent trip, but there'll definitely be more adventures for you guys coming soon. Now, for some of the little things since purchasing this truck, The brake lights didn't work, turn signals weren't working, it was overheating, half of the gauge cluster didn't even work. So there's been a large collection of little quirks that I was able to satisfyingly work through. So despite the extensive engine work that was needed and that definitely dug into the fun budget, this truck has been a great learning experience. I was able to replace the thermostat and flush the coolant to fix the overheating issue, and just piece by piece improve this truck and enjoy the satisfaction that comes along with that. I know many of you watching know exactly what I mean. Also on this truck when I purchased it were bed rails, which I removed for looks and so I could put the camper canopy on, as well as some side steps that had probably been on since the dealership that were quite rickety and rattly. And while I could unbolt the side steps, I had to sawzall off 2 triangle brackets of metal on each side that were welded directly to the frame. That took a while, but the truck looks great with them removed. And I don't look back on these costs too negatively, because still so far every single cent I've put into this truck has been 100% worth it. So all in all, I'm really happy with this truck and I'm super excited to get more use out of it, even put some more money into it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more and safe driving, everybody.